What's the status of you musically? There was a diss song that you put out once upon a time. Are you done with music? Are there a chance of more music to come out of you?
If you diss me, I will diss you back. I like a challenge. I like sitting right here talking shit. So I think that dissing me will really get me in the studio. But musically, I'm not like an artist. I wouldn't consider myself to be one. But I mean, everybody liked my diss track, and that was the first rap that I ever did. And I literally wrote those bars in the same day. I wrote that whole song in the same day. And my friend, she came, she helped me put like a little bit more spice into it. But the whole song, I literally wrote that shit on the plane. Cause I got dissed that same day and I didn't know that I was getting dissed. So all I did was I literally got on my plane and I just was like, let me find a beat. And then I just started writing my shit. And then got in the booth and I dissed everybody. Everybody got it.
And what was the response and feedback to that song?
Oh my God, no, he didn't. What? Everybody was shocked. They were shocked as fuck. I hit where it hurt. I talked about somebody grandma for God's sake. I talked about somebody car getting repoed. I hit where it hurts, okay? And I don't think none of them had nobody even made a diss track back to me this till this day. So they know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with.
Now, when it comes to diss songs, and it sounds like you're open to them in the future if necessary,
Mhm.
but are there limits? Are there boundaries? Are there rules when it comes to diss songs? How far one would take the content? Like, for example, you mentioned a grandmother. Is that allowed? Could you go further than that? Could you have gone further than that and you just kind of kept it there at that point? Or like, are there, you know, some, you know, some say, hey, don't put kids in it, right? Kids have been mentioned, maybe not in your diss song, but in other diss songs. Hey,
Mhm.
don't put the dead in it. Some have dissed the dead and so on and so forth. Uh, what's your stance on when it comes to diss songs? Some feel like there's rules or regulations with it. Some feel like anything and anything goes.
They better be lucky that I had to post it on YouTube because it was way more shit that I said that was worse than that. I went below the belt, bitch. It wasn't nothing else for me to really talk about. And I really wish that YouTube wasn't so strict because if they wasn't, oh my God, the internet would have had everything to motherfucking cancel me for because it was way worse than that. And shout out to my homegirl Deja because she was like, Maj, you cannot say that in this rap. Like, you can't come back from this. I didn't give a fuck. Like, moms was getting mentioned, grandmas was getting mentioned, only because moms would get mentioned. So it was just like, y'all talked about my grandma in the past. Y'all made fun of her. All that limit shit is off the window. Like I mean, out the window. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Y'all mentioned my grandma dead ass is grass. Point blank. Period.
Okay, now, kind of stemming from that subject matter of diss songs, who's been the biggest person in the industry you fell out with, but it has since been repaired?
None of them. Like you saying, like it's repaired now, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be in the diss song itself. I'm just saying, just zooming
Yeah.
out. Has there been somebody that you fell out with once upon a time, but it has since been repaired? You guys are cordial, or
Oh, probably Manny, but he's not really an influencer, so I don't know. Probably Manny though, for the most part. Yeah.
and how was that relationship able to get repaired?
I don't know. I think we just both be putting our pride to the side. He say that I'm his little brother, or whatever the case may be. So I think it's just like a more so. This is our job. So I don't really get mad at him, and I guess he don't really get mad at me. But I don't know. I guess it just happens.
And who initiated that?
He did by trying to be a hater, and I told him about how he was trying to be a hater, and he didn't like that. So we ended up getting into a fallout, like a big fallout, which had all of his little followers and minions fall out with me too.
But when I asked about initiation, I meant more so the repairing of it. Who,
Oh, the repairing
yeah,
of
who
it.
initiated the repairing of this?
I want to say he did. Yeah, I want to say he did for the most part. Him.
And yeah, when it comes to your critics uh, and the criticism with you, your page, your pages, your brand, things of that nature, at this point, what do you want to say to them?
I don't need y'all criticism, bitch. If I needed that, I would have asked for it. But y'all be giving these big ass paragraphs in the comments telling me about who the fuck I am when I don't need it. I know exactly who the fuck I am. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. So if you need to criticize me, you might as well just sign up for the job that I got right now. I don't need no critiquing. I don't need no criticism. I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel. If I'm not feeling that way, why the fuck should I care about how you feel? Point blank, period.
And one additional question, just to your line of business and how you operate and things of that nature, especially dealing with all the messiness and things of that nature. Does any of this stress you? Do you get so? For example, I asked you a question a little bit ago. What's your biggest rumor or craziest rumor? And you mentioned there's so many rumors. There's so many people talking about you. There's so many people putting salt on your name or staining your name or saying this about you or critiquing you or so on and so forth. How are you able to just live on a daily basis with all that, for lack of a better phrase, hate or that feeling that's clung on to you or your brand? How do you how do you live like that? Because for example, there are some people they get one rumor about them and they crumble to that. They succumb to that.
Mm,
They can't eat.
hmm
They start to their hair starts to fall out. They get super stressed, anxiety, so on and so forth. Does
mm.
any of that phase you? Do you deal with any of that with this I guess line of work, for lack of a better phrase, that you do or you're in or so on and so forth?
I'm gonna answer the question. See, mm, I swallow that shit, I bottle it up, and I toss it right the fuck out. Cause at the end of the day, don't none of that shit phase me. I use that shit as motivation, and I don't give a fuck about how anybody feel. Like I already once said, I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm not here to do anything for anybody other than myself. Stress don't stress me out. I stressed out. So all that shit that they think that they be saying about me, hurting my feelings in the comments, I'm a tough cookie to break, bitch. It ain't gonna work. Like I promise you, it ain't gonna work. And if you thought that it was gonna work, you might need a whole fucking army to take me down because I'm the wrong motherfucker you might want to play with. Like I'm letting it be known. So to answer your question, I don't have a way that I really deal with stress. I'll take a vacation. I'll bottle it up, throw that shit right out, forget about it by tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. Like it's really no feeling behind it.
So at this point, is it safe to say, you live stress free
I
with all
do.
this?
I live stress free. I'm still human. I do go through emotions, but for the most part, I do live stress free. I feel like stress is something that you have to be willing to take and digest. I'm not willing to take or digest that shit. So it's just like at the end of the day, my opinion is the only opinion that matters. So why give a fuck about what the next person has to say or do to me in order to make me live in my purpose in life? It doesn't matter to me. So I don't know. I was once told nobody opinion matters but your own. Their opinion is not getting me paid. And realistically being real, let me tell you something. The reason why I really don't give a fuck is because they're not only do their opinion don't get me paid, the only opinion that gets me paid is my own. My opinion at the end of the day is the only opinion that matters because it's leading them to go in the comment section to tell me about how the fuck I should feel, do, or act when it comes to a specific situation. I'm the only one here that's winning. I'm the only one here that's getting paid to speak about how I feel. Nobody else.
And how do you sleep at night at this point?
Peacefully in my nice ass queen size bed, and even if so, on my bed, on my nice ass comfortable couch, and it ain't no boneless one either. It's the one with the bone in it. So I don't know. Should I sleep comfortably at night? I wake up every day with a nice ass paycheck in my banking account. So at the end of the day, I don't know.